Hi, it's Josh Spinks, ex-professional motocross rider and current motocross coach. Welcome back to the Let's Talk Bikes YouTube channel. So we're here at MOTO101 and the goal is to get to the top of their Stark VARG lap time challenge. As it currently stands on the leaderboard, the fastest lap time is a 1:41.9 from Nev Bradshaw. And the last time I had an attempt, I don't know what I was doing, but I was like 5 seconds plus off of that pace. So we've got a bit of work to be done today. I've been on petrol all of my life. So as a rider experience, I want to break down the difference that this bike gives. This is the 1.2 edition with a slightly bigger battery, 20% more range, which is helpful when you're on the throttle quite a lot. So we'll see how that works for the range throughout the day. But we've also got the foot pedal bike as well. This is the Handbrake, which as a mountain bike rider and BMXer in my past, I feel like I'm going to gel with this quite quickly. But it will be nice to compare against the foot brake just to see if there's any lap time difference and feel difference as well. So you can put 5 rider profiles on this with different horsepowers and engine braking. The bike has to be on 45 for the lap time challenge, so we're going to spend most of the day on that setting. I've opted to change the engine braking, which is called the regenerative braking. I've put that down to 20 because I often like bikes with ECU mods that kind of take away the engine braking, let it cover the bumps a little bit more. We're going to play with that, and I just like the adjustability straight away to get it how you want it. As always, the Let's Talk Bikes YouTube channel is brought to you by P1 Construction. It wouldn't be possible without those guys, so thank you very much. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable overall on both of these bikes, so let's get down to business. Let's put some laps in. So if I was to summarise just the rider experience of the Stark compared to any petrol bike that I've ridden before, especially the Handbrake, the fact that there's no gears just makes it so simple to ride. I felt like I could really ride at top form and top technique, like at the best I've ever really felt, because of those things were out the window and it was just simple. It's fun because of the speed that you can carry. There's no inertia in the engine, so I just felt with the ruts like you could just lean this bike in, kind of trust the grip. It was quite interesting. So I feel like speed-wise, it's kind of in its own league. You take out all the factors of the combustion engine and maybe the inertia of a 450 trying to stand you up at times, and it's just kind of disappeared. And the fact you're in the right gear at all times is super helpful. It's a very simple way of riding, so you can focus on feet position, your overall technique. I found myself standing up a little bit more than I usually would do on my other bikes, and that was interesting. So as a kind of feeling point, it was fun. So the main reason of today was to top that leaderboard, and the time came in on the Handbrake Stark at 1:38.5. The foot brake, interestingly, was 1.5 seconds behind that at a 1:40 dead. So the difference between the Handbrake and foot brake, kind of a balance thing actually. It was a little bit rutted at times today, a little bit wet in some areas. And I just found with the foot brake, when you're moving your foot back and forth a few inches, it's kind of movement that can knock you off balance sometimes just a little bit. With the Handbrake, everything was solid with the lower half of the body, no movement at all. And I just felt I could control the feel of the brake a little bit more. Maybe it's just the fact that with your fingers you've got a tiny little glove on compared to the thickness of a boot. So I just felt control-wise it was easier with the handbrake, and that showed in the lap time. I think as far as the technique goes with the handbrake, the rear brake on the left hand, there's something different I was doing compared to what I'd do on the foot brake in the corners. So as a coaching point, you'd never really want to be using the back brake much in the turn itself. But I just felt like because I could feel the pressure so well through my glove and finger, I could just sometimes feather the back brake just a tiny amount, mainly entering the rut, and it just seemed to hold me in. If you're feeling a bit curious and you want to give one of these a go for yourself, hire me Moto here at MOTO101. You can drop them a message at any time and hop on, see what you think. And I think from a coaching point, there's a few examples I can think of where I've perhaps been working with a rider on a petrol bike and they've been making some good improvements, but they hop on a Stark and visibly you can see them riding kind of at the best. Because it's so simple in comparison, they're not worried about being in the right gear at the right time, they can really hone in on the technique that you're teaching them. So I can think of a few riders where I thought, wow, that you can visibly see a difference. And then of course riders starting from scratch, brand new, just keeping it nice and easy for them and being able to put it on a really low power, like 10 brake horsepower, very safe. And who knows, maybe I might get one for myself as an example to use on some of my coaching days. I just feel like as a demonstration point of view, makes perfect sense as well. So overall, really good tool for the job. So that's all from this episode of the Let's Talk Bikes YouTube channel. No noise on this one, but who knows what the next one will bring. Maybe some more two strokes,